The autopsy and the years of silence that shocked millions. Everyone wanted to believe that Gustavo Cerati would eventually wake up. Because for so many people, Cerati was not just a singer. He was a legend, an unforgettable voice, the man who changed Latin rock forever. But while the world held on to hope, behind hospital doors, a silent and painful story was unfolding, far more heartbreaking than most people realized. Everything happened in May 2010. After performing a concert in Caracas, Venezuela, Gustavo Cerati suddenly began feeling unwell. At first, many people assumed it was simply exhaustion after the show. But hours later, devastating news shocked all of Latin America. Cerati had suffered a stroke. The situation was extremely serious. In a single moment, one of music's biggest stars was left hospitalized in critical condition. And from that moment on, a long battle began that would last for years. While millions of fans prayed for him, medical reports revealed an increasingly difficult reality. Cerati remained in a coma for more than 4 years. 4 full years in which the world continued talking about him, listening to his music and hoping for a recovery that never came. And maybe that was the saddest part. Because the man who once filled stadiums and dominated stages now remained in complete silence. His family protected almost every detail about his condition. Very little information became public. That caused rumors, theories, and speculation to grow for years. But the reality was devastating. His body kept fighting, even though the neurological damage had been extremely severe from the very beginning. Finally, in September 2014, the news millions feared finally arrived. Gustavo Cerati died at the age of 55. The official cause was respiratory failure related to neurological complications following the stroke he suffered years earlier. And when more medical details eventually became known, many people were shocked by the extent of the physical deterioration his body had endured during those years. The autopsy and later reports made it clear that his body had resisted an incredibly delicate medical condition for a very long time. It was a silent battle, a long one, and deeply painful for his entire family. But perhaps the darkest part of the story was realizing how a night that seemed completely normal ended up changing a legend's life forever within just a few hours. Nobody imagined that concert would be his last. Nobody imagined the man who had just stepped onto a stage would never wake up again. Today, Gustavo Cerati is still remembered as one of the greatest artists in Latin music history. And although his voice still lives on through millions of fans, his story also became a painful reminder of how fragile life can truly be, even for people who seem eternal. What do you think? I'll read your comments. Follow for more celebrity stories.